Wish you all individuals, my friends, teachers, and those who follow my this videos relating to education. I find interest. I find enthusiasm to continue study, and I like much. I love much. And being Bengali, after completion of my higher secondary, I have started thinking about this. And after completion of my college level, I was employed, and where I find English is an important language and it must be with me. Then only just I can develop either. It is not possible for me to develop to have a perfect place where I can lead properly, perfectly to lead my life. But today I am telling you about why I could not continue about my yesterday's lesson about verb. It is an unfortunate that I am not feeling well till. So in the morning I get up and feeling not well. I have decided to go to my just what is called adjacent place, which is perhaps you have observed it is a little tourist spot. It is considered it is a little small area, just hardly 1 kilometer square kilometer or like this. Earlier it was very much attractive and the dense what is called the jungles and different shrubs and trees were there in our hills, but nowadays it is not found due to devastation, and you see that the local people have that what is called deforested the place. But still it is attractive, and so the tourist spot has been made, and every year on 25th the fair and the feast starts, and it continues up to 1st January. By that time and at that time the people do come from different places, different areas, different localities just to enjoy being there in the fair. But the speciality, and specifically the fair, starts in the evening and it continues up to 10:30 or 11 or up to late night. It is so attractive. It is so means enjoying that different cultural programs are observed. So, and thereafter this, like other feasts and other festivals, other fair, that means what is called for enjoyment. There are different, what is called the amenities are different, this games and different enjoyable part, this merry-go-round, there's so on there. I don't know exactly about this, what is called in English. Most of the stalls are food waste, the junk food not we usually do not consume and the bite, but who come from the different place, from a distant place, they consume this. However, light arrangements and everything used to be made by the municipal corporation or municipality. So I had been there or I have been there in the morning with a view to have my health to be improved. So now I am feeling a little different. Now about the transitive, what I have left out in the past day, my yesterday, that is verb and a different part of verbs. And where I left it is transitive. Now you need to have a knowledge about the transitive. There are five kinds of transitive verbs. A five, six or so, just you can make it as it can be extended and your knowledge uh, made create something new. But transitive verb is a transitive verb means when the action trans from the doer to an object. It is called the transitive. That means it may be the dry transitive, monotransitive, complex transitive, and reflexive transitive, causative transitive, like this. This is not that hard grammatical concept or term that cannot be understood. It is an easy but that one can understand just if we pay a little attention to this. So now apart of that, which is very much important is the non-finite verb. That non-finite verb is to be discussed in details. Non-finite verb, earlier it was sensed noun, but now it is also considered to be the dependent, but it is the noun sensed verb. Where the sense of verb is there, but it cannot be used in a sentence as the verb. But it can be added after the finite. In one sentence, there can be one, there must be one finite verb, and the rest of the verbs are all considered to be the non-finite verb. In that non-finite verb, you must have heard gerund and participle. This is the vital part to be studied. So what I request all of my friends, try to subscribe this program so that you can get it. And if you subscribe, then I can get an extra image. If you do not subscribe, you feel that simply that watching these programs and making no comment, just simply try to be subscriber of this. So that all that programs, means what that was video uploading, that can be reached to your mobiles, or either just you can upload, or just you can have it, you can read it, you can follow it. So first of all, your duty is to subscribe it. So now I am using English, but in Bengali I am very much frequent and I fluently use Bengali the day long. I do not have opportunity to use English. I know. Because our education our education does not allow us to converse, to deliver takrir or to speech something else. In Hindi it is called Urdu, it is called takrir. বাংলায় বলে এটাকে বক্তব্য. So about this, I wanted to present endlessly about this conversation relating to grammar, text, poems, poetries, extracts. So you see, it is important much to have a word, to have a knowledge, so that we can move from Bengal to different states in India in order to have our opportunity to get employment or to start business or to move somewhere else in order to develop your business. So it's a great opportunity, and your this English concept must help you to have more knowledge to go somewhere else. Additionally, I can say if you at least you have that minimum, you can follow that Hindi. So no matter, the Hindi is not a tough language because you frequently listen it, or sometimes you all use it. It is the simplest language and you can understand easily. So your movement in order to establish you being in business, or being in education, or being in any other job, this is the only helpful language that helps you to proceed. And now you see, at this age, at 68 years old, I am what is called idling myself. I am an adult person. I do have no job to do. Now I can make myself engaged a day long in education, reading papers, listening this news, TV news, and different cultures. And I usually introduce with the international cultures, TEDx, motivation classes, teachings different, about philosophy, about quota, about your courses, refugees, chemistry, mathematics, or either English literature. Like this way, can also develop your knowledge following this. So simply learning to have a hold about English, it is not that it is equally important, but you need to listen, you need to read, and you need to understand it, and thereafter you repeat that what you have understood. You are to apply this. This is the basic concern, but we do not do. So being in just upper classes, just when just you are supposed to, when just if any student that he likes to be likes to study with that English, and being an English honor student and being in the college, you must have your courses to be followed, your syllabuses to be followed. But there you try to understand your subject in English. And I see nowadays the lecturers or the faculties, they make you understand, they make the students understand using Bengali. About dramas, about stories, about any, what is called, any literature. But if we follow, if the students they follow the Bengali concept and they love to have that, what would be it impact? So we can have the concept, we can have an idea about a drama, about a novel, about a poem, about an extract that Bengali meanings. If that English literature or little part novel or drama is described in Bengali, what would happen? What would be its effect? Will be becoming very much attractive just to listen it. The Bengali convention, the Bengali mean what is called versification. That versified part would help you to secure much. But on the other hand, it will not be helpful to develop your knowledge and ideas. You will not be able to apply that knowledge. You cannot write answer properly, correctly. So how can how this teaching will be helpful to the students? But in other states, English is taught in English, and we are learned, and we are to realize. At least we are to assess that the Bengali is to be spoken in Bengali, English is to be spoken in English. But with right grammatical concept, either it would be a meaningless. So from the beginning, when from class 1 onwards up to 12, we are to study about the grammatical sentences. How can one make a valid sentence, a precise sentence, a figurative sentence? That is an art. That is precise. That is significantly important. Instead of doing this, we are going to tuition, getting a concept about the subject, about novel, about the story, about the poems, about an extent, about an essay, about any topic in Bengali, then what would happen? How can you achieve? And how can you be strong at this language? So simply it is my kind request, my just what is called cordial suggestion to you all. Try to apply this wherever that opportunity comes or opportunities come. I know that environment does not permit us, then what to do? Being timid, if you do not try to use with them, and they will, you are afraid of, they will criticize you. You should not be scared about this. Rather, you encourage them, says, please continue with me. It should be the best policy to apply your knowledge, apply your idea about the sentences and the words and the new words, whatever just you study, that you can get the meanings of the words, and one word does not mean it does have only one meaning. It may have different meaning. So what I have told you, you need to study the parts of speech. Why it is important? Have you ever understood, or have you ever try assessed it? So it's your intention, it's your tendency. It should be your praise always. Try to find out the new words and its meanings, where it can be applied, how can it you can derive the words and form the new word. So your application, your creative framing, derive new words from one word to different words, different noun, different verb, and how can you apply? How can you use one noun, making it to make it verb? Then it is adjective, then it's adverb, like this way. So English is not at all complicated. You feel it is a complicated language. No, sir. I can assure you, it is the simple language. But the beginning is to be followed. I emphasize, you see, I means put stress on my pronunciation just to make you convinced, understood its importance. Its application is very much prioritized by the people. And even you see that people, those who are little educated, they do not write in Bengali. You can find the students, they even try to, or they even love to write something in their name, their school's name, the copy, the subject in English. That means we express our love. That English is the nicest language, we accept it. Lovingly, we love to write our names in English on the books, the copies. And going to the market, just you must find the hoardings, the boards are written in English maximally. Why? So that is the easiest concept. You have to follow this. So tomorrow, I assure you, I will